Get your scratches.
Loves them.
Mm-hmm. Today is our last morning, really, in this quaint little forest by the hotel in the mountains. We're heading out soon, and we're making our way towards Guatemala City, which is good because we need to find us some cat litter. we are all too low, so wish us luck on that, and we'll keep you posted. But getting the kitties out one last time to let them get some fresh air. Nettie's not loving it. She'd rather just go back inside. Geiga's having a little more fun, but she's a little weirded out this morning too. Lots of birds out here today. Sadly, no quetzals though. We've really enjoyed this place. It's been relatively inexpensive compared to most other places in the area, so we appreciated that. It was only 25 quetzales a person a night, so 50 quetzales a night for us. And a lot of the other spots in the area charge somewhere between 100 and 150 quetzales a night, so this was a good deal. You can see the hotel up there. They've got a little restaurant too. Really pretty grounds, lots of flowers. And lots of forest all around. And over here, they have all these cute little casitas you can rent. I think technically they call them cabañas. But they look like nice little houses. Then you have a little bit more privacy than staying at the hotel. It's been nice though. It's given us a quiet, safe little spot to rest for a couple of days. We've really been moving pretty quickly since we were in Chiapas a couple of weeks before we passed into Guatemala. But it's been wearing on us, so it was nice to hang out for a couple days and really not do much. Got a nice pool. We never got in it, but there were lots of people here yesterday on Sunday. But they let us use the bathrooms for the pool, which have showers too, so worked out well. So it's definitely first and foremost a hotel, but they allow camping. So this is over by the front of the hotel and the restaurant. They've actually got a little game room in there. And over here, they have some bunnies. Hello, buddy. So sweet. The other day when we were out here, you could see several of them. But, there's another. You can see taking a nap in the shade. Cute, cute, cute. We've enjoyed it. It's been nice. But, it's time to head out. So, let's go. Whoa. This is not a good spot, sir. What's going on? Oh. Oh man, terrible place to have engine trouble.
Have officially made it off of the crazy mountain roads for now. We came down quite a bit in elevation, and we are now on a nice 2-lane highway cruising along at about 50 miles an hour. The worst part about the crazy mountain road was not necessarily the roads. Oh gosh, this guy's like losing a bunch of gravel.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know why he got in the left lane, but maybe to try to throw his gravel at me. But the drivers are the craziest part in the mountain roads. We have 3 very tense moments coming down because people, just like in Mexico, they'll pass on a blind curve. It doesn't matter. Just gotta get places that are very important. It's surprising. We are all okay. We made it. Slow but steady. We're heading towards a Walmart near Guatemala City now. It says we got about an hour drive left.
Wow, as if we weren't spoiled enough with a 2-lane highway, we have 3 lanes now. I don't even know the last time we saw a 3-lane highway.
It has been a very, very long time. Hopefully this continues. Seems like a lot of times we get just a taste of this where we start getting used to it and then BAM! Mountain gravel road. So we'll see what happens.
We just saw really a terrible accident on this expressway. We came around a turn and a semi, except just the front of it, what's that called?
I don't know.
The cab? Is all that was left, and it had come over into the oncoming traffic lane, so across the median, and had plowed into the side of the hill.
This is a runaway truck? These 2 guys, are you guys all right?
Oh my gosh, I do think that just happened. Whew. And it looked like they were the 2 guys that must have been the drivers and passenger. They looked like they were okay. They looked very upset and sad, but they were just sitting on the side of the road. Luckily, I mean, they're very lucky to have their lives after that, but we just came around another turn and saw the rest of the accident. Just, my goodness. People definitely do not drive very safe around here.
No, and he's coming down a pretty big mountain, so I'd guess he was going too fast and not braking with his engine and lost his brakes. So it was definitely pretty crazy driving conditions once we got closer to Guatemala City. Just motos all over the place passing you. In between you and a bus, you'll have motos zipping around. Crazy, but we made it to Walmart. It was actually difficult to make it into the Walmart parking lot too. We had to go around like 3 roundabouts, through a tunnel, then do a U-turn, and somehow we're here.
There's the Walmart sign. This is stressful.
But when we were coming in, we were confused. There's like 3 or 4 people standing right at the gate, and they gave us this ticket, which has our license plate marked on it. And from what we can understand, to exit the parking lot, we'll need to have this ticket with us. So it says on there, make sure you bring the ticket into the store with you, because your vehicle won't be allowed to leave the parking lot without this, we're guessing to prevent vehicle theft. It also warns you about leaving any valuables in your car. So since they have so many precautions, I'm staying in the camper while she goes in and shops. And then I needed oil and a couple other things. And then when she gets back, I'll go in. But don't want to leave the camper unattended since apparently vehicle theft and crime is such a problem.
Well, we did find some cat litter, and that's great because we really needed it. But we have sadly been in traffic for, I don't know, probably close to 2 hours driving through the city. It's just been honestly an absolute madhouse, and we're currently stuck in gridlock. It is so wild how people drive. It's like a different world. But we were sitting on a hill in traffic, and people were getting frustrated to the point where they decided to go into the oncoming traffic lanes while there was no one coming in oncoming traffic at the moment, and then totally blocked the oncoming traffic. I mean, all the way up to until someone was coming the other way. And it's just absolute nuts. Hopefully we make it through this.
Clean them up nice.
Look at these chicken buses. They are shiny, colorful, and loaded with people. Still sitting in traffic, although we have had some good entertainment from all these chicken buses. They are very interesting to look at, and they just drive through honking, I think to try to tell people they're coming. But all kinds of brands over here that we recognize. Got a GNC. There was a Krispy Kreme and a Papa John's. On the other side of the road, there's a Walmart, a McDonald's. There's definitely a lot of brands we know. Well, we have made it out of the city, and apparently we're in a cloud forest, or in the clouds, or something. At first we thought we were driving into some smoke, or maybe smog, but it's gotten very lush, so it seems like maybe it's just clouds. We are pretty high elevation. I hadn't realized quite how much we had gone up, but David says we're around 5,000 feet now.
Am I hitting stuff on your side, or?
I heard something once, but not generally, no. Right now you've got a good clearance.
I'm also like over the yellow line right now.
Unless there's somebody coming, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
Luckily most vehicles or motos are really tiny ones, huh?
True.
Thankfully, we're out of the worst of the traffic though. And our time on the GPS has gone down quite a bit. I reloaded the GPS to make sure we were still going to the right place, because Google Maps often will reroute us without telling us to some new location. We've had that problem really since, I don't know, at least California, so it's been a while, but especially in Mexico and further south it continues. So anyways, once I reloaded the GPS, it cut our time in half, and it says now, instead of like an hour and a half, we've only got 44 minutes till we should be there. So that is perfect. Great news, because we were thinking we were gonna have to drive in the dark, which isn't ideal. But it is super foggy. Wow, you can hardly see anything.
The road's nice at least. It's newly paved. Not too bad, and it's trafficy, but the flow of traffic is pretty good since we're going mostly downhill, so we don't have to do any passing, hopefully, on this 2-lane road.
Yeah, there's a chicken bus a few cars up. They definitely drive just as aggressive as the cars do.
More aggressive. They have flaggers that like stand on like the exit door, and they hang like halfway out, and they'll like be waving out the door like, get over, get out of the way, you know. And some of them even have one on the front and then one that's hanging on the ladder on the back, waving people to get out of the way. So don't stand in the way of the chicken bus. They will crash into you.
Yep. Anyways, we'll update you when we get there, or if we find something else interesting or overwhelming. Whoa! Wow, it's really bumpy now.
In 600 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Just a view from our front porch as we make our morning coffee. Lots of cows. What do we smell like? Nitty is very unsure about these buckas. What do you think, Tugga? So this is our spot. We made it just as it was getting dark last night, and by the time we got set up with camp, it was dark. So we didn't show you much. But it's really pretty. We're just camped out on somebody's farm. Farms are called fincas here in Spanish. It was quiet last night. We're gonna stay at least again tonight. Just relax a little bit. It was actually the perfect spot after a busy, hectic, traffic-filled day in Guatemala City. That's for sure. It's definitely an adventure getting here. We had to ask a couple people, but we found it. And over in the distance, you can see a volcano. It's actually an active volcano, I believe. But more on that later. For now, we're going to enjoy our breakfast and our coffee and these peaceful views. If you liked this video, let us know by liking and subscribing. And don't forget, you can see more of the journey on Instagram and TikTok. Cheers, friends!